Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I'm about to do a reading. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is don't waste your energy on the unnecessary. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of different things that I assume are unnecessary, things that maybe are serving as distractions, things that are causing you to utilize energy that should be used towards manifesting the life that you want versus kind of, just having to make do with everything all the time. Girl, why are you shaking? I am being observed by my manager today. Here she is. Say hi. Joy. Say hi. Say hi. She's shaking. Go under my shirt. Stay underneath, okay? There you go. So she's shaking. You okay? All right. Let's get started. She's just shaking because she wants to be completely covered because she's spoiled. Have you guys ever met a dog that likes to be burritoed? Burritoed like a baby. You know how you swaddle a baby? How you wrap them up real tight? She likes that. I think that I need to get like a puppy papoose or something, Don't be surprised if you see me have her in like a puppy wrap, put her in a baby carrier and carry her that way. Hey, honey, could you grab me one of the like thin travel blankets? We're going to hook my girl up. Oh my gosh. I know. I think she's nervous to critique me, village baby. I think that's what it is. She's nervous. She's nervous. All right. So the feel that I get from this reading is that there's going to be a lot of attempts to derail you, degrade your energy, a lot of attempts to steal your thunder. Don't let people steal your thunder. You know what happens when people play with lightning, right? Yeah, I mean, no comment on that, village baby. I don't think I would ever put her in a stroller. I don't know. I don't know. But, I do kind of want to put her in the it's not a backpack baby carrier. I just have her on me like that. I don't know why. Probably because she's so needy right now. I feel her being so needy. She just watches me through the whole house. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. She just always wants to be with me. So that's okay. It's love, right? It's love. No, that's too thick.
I don't have a thin
There's the pineapple one in our closet that I saw. I think on the right side. All right. Because we have standards. We have standards. We want our pineapple blanket, travel blanket. Let's get started, guys. Guidance in reverse. So it's this sense of you've been potentially being given some type of guidance, some type of feeling that is not really how you feel, right? How you feel you should move forward. I'm wondering, what I've been noticing about energy is that there's been a lot of activation when it comes to organic portals, right? People who are functioning as an organic portal have been really just acting a fool, an absolute fool. So you got to make sure you safeguard your energy from that and not give unnecessary attention to things that they're doing. Okay? I'm not talking about pretending everything is rosy. But I mean, there's really no point in wasting your energy on things. I mean, unless you're going to really do something about it. Um, it's kind of just like, mm-mm. Thank you. She's shivering. She's shivering. Are you okay, Miss Joy? Yes. We're feeling needy today, right, Miss Joy? Okay. Say like that. We're just gonna burrito the shit out of you. Hold up, girl. Okay. About to just get burritoed real quick. She likes this kind of stuff. She likes it, okay? She's even hiding her face. All right, girl. Yes. Does she look much happier? I love you. I just, look at life, think about things. Just really just, That's how we do, right? That's how we do. Okay. You stay right here. You're fine. You're fine. Okay? There. Her face. Look at this. Look at this. She's smiling. All right. We'll put you to sleep, okay? All right. So we're just going to leave her in my lap like this. She's just needing me today. She's needing me. Okay. So I wonder if there's been something going on with your energy or with your environment where there's been maybe some intrusive thoughts, right? Maybe there's been some need to address something and there is an outside type of energy, an outside type of thoughts that is trying to get you to um, take the invitation to act a fool right along with them, right? Take that invitation. Don't allow yourself to be baited into anything. Like nothing at all. Don't allow yourself to get baited. Don't allow yourself to experience whatever they're telling you to experience. Like right now, I have a couple people who are just trying so hard, like so hard. They're just trying so hard to be so, go out of their way to be ridiculously nasty to me online. And I'm just not bothered. I have other things that I'm doing, productive things, amazing things, So it's about choosing where you're going to allow your energy to flow. It's about being cognitive of how the people who have access to you are using their access, right? So this can happen at work, this can happen at home, this can happen in friendships, this can happen with casual acquaintances, whatever it is, recognize people for what they are, opportunities to choose you. Okay. That's how I see things when I'm presented with situations where I have to make a decision of how I will respond to this and that, and it's negative stuff. um it's kind of just this thing of reminding myself, oh girl, don't take any of this personal. This is just an opportunity for you to choose yourself. So then I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose my peace. This really has no effect on me, and that's a reality. Until you give something the gravity, by taking it as your truth, it doesn't mean anything. It literally doesn't mean anything, like, at all. It doesn't mean anything at all. It's no big, right? Um, what we do need to make sure, though, is that we don't use this logic to kind of do some spiritual bypassing where we're just kind of ignoring and explaining away and making excuses for people's behaviors. My general rule of thumb is that if you do it the first time and you're new to me, maybe you just don't understand, maybe you didn't like learn any manners, you weren't taught manners when you were growing up, maybe you're just, I don't know, incompetent. Yeah. You know? So if it's those things, it's like, all right, I'll give you that grace that one time. I'll probably make it clear to you that that type of thing isn't, it's inappropriate, directing it at me. Like maybe other people are okay with it. I'm not. And then if you do it again, it's kind of like, I think you don't need to have access to me. I think you need to just not have access to me because my peace is very precious to me, right? And that's the thing. I think what's happening right now is a lot of these organic portal individuals. There's a lot of people that are possessed at this point. I don't know if you guys know that. I just blurt that out. That did that did that upset you guys? Was that jarring? No, right? Because I mean, you can kind of tell people's behaviors. A lot of people are very much possessed right now at this point. You can kind of see their behaviors. You can tell by like just the really yucky energy that they have. People like that just really don't have to have access to you. Their singular goal for their existence is to make you miserable. Like they just need to go. They really just need to go, right? Stay within your circle of protection. Okay. This circle of protection is your perception. If you can see clearly, if you can very clearly see their behaviors, then you're obligated to yourself to really make it clear to yourself, like, oh, it's not me that's the issue. They're literally possessed. They are doing what they're doing because they want to spread misery. And so at that point, it's like, okay, so you kind of just got to go, right? Passion. Allowing yourself to use your passion to create things, right? Not just be passionate with no regulation, no focus, um no conscious intention. That's going to be a waste of your energy. So think of what you're passionate about. What can you accomplish short term, right? What can you put your energy into that you can accomplish short term that will then turn into something that maybe can be long term, sustainable long term? That's your end goal, right? So it's not about just thinking of um these grand ideas of dreams that you have, of the things you want to accomplish, and all of that. You have to do it in increments, or else you don't get anything done. You have to do it in increments. You have to set the intentions that are necessary to call to you the opportunities, the connections that you need. It's very, very important. It's very, very, very important, because what ends up happening is when you do it in increments, like reasonable increments that you can achieve, um, and this is going to be based on your performance and your capability. What I can achieve in 2 weeks is far different from what the average person can achieve in 2 weeks. I have a very compressed type of process and a very accelerated timeline when it comes to projects and things like that. So you have to gauge it not off of what other people can achieve, but what you can achieve. Okay. You want to make it something where, like, to give an analogy, a visual, something that touches your fingers, but you can't just easily grab it. So you're going to have to stretch and try and challenge yourself to grab it, right? Um, there are things that are going on, and maybe you're being made to feel that, it's your imagination. Oh, you're being paranoid. You're this, you're that. No, I don't think you're imagining this. I don't think you're imagining anything. I think what's going on is that you are seeing clearly, quite possibly for the first time in your life or for the first time in a long time, people's behavior. You're being that gift, you're being given that gift of clarity. Remember, yesterday when I was talking about the second solar consciousness that's arrived, um, it's going to amplify specific characteristics within you. Potentialities will be activated and attainable. Your extra sensory perception, it's not higher, it's not extra, it's higher. Your higher sensory perception, right? You're reaching higher octaves of awareness of these parts of you. And as you receive the awareness of these characteristics, these parts, these capabilities, you can then begin very much choosing to focus on tapping into that, right? So that's an amazing, amazing thing. Now, a lot of what's going to happen for you, you can't share yet with other people because I've said in a recent live stream, not everyone in your environment is rowing the boat. Some, maybe more than one, I'm not sure. But for some of you, there are several people who are drilling holes when you're not watching, when you're not looking. You have to make sure that people that you're with carry themselves with the same depth of integrity that you do. So, so important. I one time had a project that had to be done, and I had someone that was helping me with it, and that person kept telling me, like, "Oh, you never take a day off. Oh, you always work. You need a break. You need a break." And it turns out that they wanted the break. Yeah, they didn't want to do it anymore. They didn't want to help. And they couldn't find the courage to just come out and say, like, "Hey, Emmy, this is too much for me. I can't, I need a break, or I don't want to help anymore. I'm very sorry." Whatever it is, they didn't have the courage. And so what they did was they projected their feelings and their desires onto me, right? Because for me, I'll keep going until something's done. I'll keep going like it's no biggie. It is no biggie. No biggie, no biggie, right? So there are those who they're presenting themselves as a friend. They're presenting themselves as someone who simply wants you to succeed. But do they really? Presenting yourself as something and actually being that something are two separate things. They are two separate things. Okay. So there we go. The fulfillment in reverse. Whoever this is within your life, they they're very just, they don't want you to accomplish the things that you're trying to accomplish. Yeah. Use their use their malignant intentions as the fuel for your rise. So, like, for me, when you leave me alone, I have a tendency to go stagnant. I'm just like, I'm satisfied. But when there's someone, something trying to serve as the opposition to what I'm trying to accomplish. Someone who's trying to tear me down, trying to stop me from achieving something, completing a project, whatever it is, right? Oh my gosh, that gives me something to be rebellious over. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now, I don't notice this until I get over my feelings, right? My feelings of like, oh my God, I cannot believe, like, what is their problem? I don't do anything to them. You don't need to do something to someone for someone to be a bad person to you. People can find reason in anything. I have people who are upset with me for existing. Take it up with God. 1-800 call God. File a complaint with God. Okay? I'm too busy living the life I was destined to live. I'm not sorry. That's the thing. Don't be sorry for things that you're not needing to be sorry for. Did you intend to inconvenience someone with your existence? No? Okay, so why are you sorry for existing? You're entering into a space where not only should you not be sorry, you should celebrate your existence, your purpose, the path that you're on. You should celebrate how much you have overcome, how much you've learned about yourself, how many people you've helped. I I have a very strong feeling that a large percentage of those of you who share time with me regularly are just like me and have helped so many people without saying anything, without sharing with anyone, right? Um, Here's the thing. I used to subscribe to this mindset of when I help someone, I can't tell anyone about it because then it kind of taints it. And I think now, um, I think I'm evolving into a space of I need to openly share with all of you, the people that I help on a regular basis when I'm out, when I'm running errands, people who reach out to me privately and I help them privately, all of these different things, because we need to normalize helping other people, right? And in that controlled opposition, because, monkey see, monkey do, in that controlled opposition attempt, you have people who have been conditioned and exist. They live on social media and they'll tell you, like, oh, you could have helped that person without recording it. Why? Oh, you just did it for the clicks and the views. No, I recorded it so that we can begin normalizing how to be human again. It's super important for us to utilize our energy on the things we want to bring to fruition, right? The things we want to bring to fruition. How many times has someone been ridiculously rude to you online? Um, saying like really nasty things, or you see them saying really nasty things to a person on their post, and that person is expected to simply be quiet and don't give them any of your energy. No, no. I tell you, if I was out in public and someone, even someone's child, right? Let's say like a 10-year-old came up to me and began poking me, no, I'm not going to just stay quiet. I'm going to first ask, hi, are you okay? Did you need something? And if they continue poking me because they just want to get a reaction out of me, I'm going to say, where is your parent? Because your behavior is out of control. It's inappropriate. I don't appreciate it. And if your parent is not here to tell you to stop, I'm telling you right now, you better quit. You better quit. Right? Because this is how people learn. If there is no consequence, then people don't learn. This is what I've learned over and over and over. It doesn't matter how spiritual a person um, pretends to be publicly, right? It doesn't matter. There's a lot of spiritual people, and it's an act, okay? It's an aesthetic, it's a hobby, it's not a lifestyle. So, what you need to do is make sure that all of your focus goes towards you cultivating the type of environment that you need to flourish, to really begin having that energy to manifest, to create and co-create the type of opportunities that are necessary for you in this period. The world is shifting right now. It's in a massive shift. And as the world shifts, a lot of what's going to happen can be felt by the people who are sensitive to change. The masculine is sensitive to change. There is a shift going on, and the masculine energies are being recalibrated. In that recalibration, they're oh, good. They're being given the opportunity to return back to their proper place as an equal to the fallen feminine, right? Because the masculine and the feminine, they went through a lot of different things as dualities. The masculine energy, the masculine perception was very much distorted. That was intentional by very malignant um, galactic interference. Okay. Not all aliens are good, yo. I'm saying not all aliens are good. Can we get our head out of the sand? The crystal box where we're thinking like all of these fluffy, lovely things. I mean, everyone loves the fluffy, lovely things. That's what we would prefer. But again, a fluffy, lovely concept is not the same as the sometimes harsh, cold, stark reality, right? If we want reality to be fluffy and soft, we need to make it fluffy and soft. We need to make it fluffy and soft. That's the point that I'm getting at. It's not that um, life is hopeless and that we're all helpless and we have to just accept the ugly. No, make the ugly into something that's more pleasing for you, more comfortable for you to exist within. There's nothing in the spiritual laws that say you have to suffer. See, pain is unavoidable. Eventually, when there's a major, major lesson to learn, you will experience some form of pain along with that lesson. Because really, that's just kind of how humans learn in the most efficient manner. Suffering, though, that's a choice. Suffering is the fighting of your process, the fighting of your learning, the fighting of your cycles, fighting yourself. It's like this internal fight club that exists inside us, and we keep buying tickets to watch ourselves fight ourselves. No, I'm done fighting myself. I decided that some time ago. I'm even done fighting, with the whole twin thing. I'm done with that. Like, yeah. Marlene's here. She's just hanging out. Yeah. I'm done with that. I think with the shift in the solar consciousness that's occurred, um, the pathways that needed to be open for true bonded etheric counterparts, those have been cleared and dilated so that communication can occur on an etheric level, right? You don't necessarily need the person in your life. It's not a sexual connection, I tell you that much. For some, a very select few, it will equate to a sexual connection, a romantic connection. But for most, it's this etheric connection, and it's going to strictly be etheric. And you're here to anchor very high frequencies into the planetary grid. We're utilizing the laws of reciprocal reflection to begin reversing the terraforming that was allowed to happen, but was not authorized by creation itself. So, the law of reciprocal reflection states in a very loose manner, whatever happens to the earth will be reflected by all inhabitants of the earth. Whatever happens to the inhabitants of earth will be reflected deep inside the earth's core, right? So it's this thing of, again, monkey see, monkey do. So for many of us, We're not necessarily going to be in a romantic relationship with our twin, okay? Twin rays, twin flames. Instead, for some of us, we have come to know who our twin is. That's rare as well. I'm going to be honest, it's very rare as well. For others of us, we won't know who it is, but we can feel their presence. Let's do something really quick. I don't typically do this just because, I tend to be non compliant with the whole twin topic. It's not a secret. I'm not compliant with a twin topic because I don't like the information that's been disseminated so widely. That's why I don't have an issue with any of my twins at all. Ooh, there's a bug. They got it. Okay. So let's try this. If you'd like to experience it, I'm going to be clearing some pathways, clearing some distortions through these specific pathways. I'm not going to enter into your field. What I'm going to do is realign certain things. And as I realign it, you can feel the connection to the counterpart. They might not be incarnated, they might not be in body at this time, okay? They might not be someone you'll ever meet during this lifetime, but I want you to be able to feel the gravity of this type of celestial etheric connection. We have to stop muddling celestial etheric concepts with very dense, um, domination based human perception. Okay. So if you would like to feel this, the gravity of this connection, for some of you, you might even see their face. You might get an idea of their general appearance. Um, if you would like to feel this, experience it, go ahead and put hashtag twin. Put hashtag twin in the comments. I'm going to calibrate this experience for that specific hashtag. Um, yes. And if you're new to me, I do the hashtag thing because I've decided to be very cognitive of where my energy goes. And so if I have banned you from my channel, because a lot of people like to make new accounts and all of that, and I ban them all anyways, again, right? um, you don't get any of my energy. You don't get to experience that with me. That's me consciously choosing who's allowed to share in my energy. So if you'd like to feel this, go ahead and put hashtag twin. If you're watching the recording of this, it's perfectly fine. You can still potentially experience it if it's in alignment with what your higher self wants you to experience. If it's not, then you might just feel a little bit of tingles. All right, let me get a song really quick. Ooh, I love this song. I use it for everything. All done, guys. Breathe very deep and very slow. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. My energy will always honor your sovereignty without permission from your highest self. Nothing that I do will be allowed to affect your energy in your field. Just breathe. Feel the warmth. Feel your stress, the tension. Feel it dissolving. Feel a stillness and a peace wrapping around you ever so gently, like a warm blanket on a cold day. Feel it in your high heart, that space between your heart chakra and your throat. Breathe very deep, very slow. Feel this energy begin to envelop the back of your head, gently cradling your most delicate of spaces. Feel your Shakti rising up your spine. Feel that bioelectricity running across your skin and your chest becoming magnetized. The masculine is a warm electric energy. The feminine is a cool magnetic energy. He is designed to project. She is designed to receive. Together, they converge into a totality. Notice your emotions, feeling everything all at once. Relief, happiness, pure joy, feeling loved, supported, protected, feeling powerful, but also sad, lonely, feeling like you're missing something. The soul remembers. The soul remembers the feeling of convergence. Convergence has only been temporarily paused to gift both of you the opportunity to experience an individuated identity. There is nothing missing. You are whole. There is another that exists that perfectly complements the areas where you feel as though you are deficient. That is where they excel. Just like where they are deficient is where you excel. It's a beautiful, beautiful partnership that allows for the totality of you to still remain individuated. It's okay for you to be in this life as yourself, not seeking anything beyond yourself. If you need to know who this is, and they in fact are incarnate, feel your third eye become very warm with a tingly sensation like an ice fire. Not everyone can see, but if you can, allow your soul to show you the shape of their face, the line of their jaw, their nose, their eyes, their eyebrows, the bones of their cheeks, the way their ears connect to their face, their hairline, their lips, the look of their teeth as they smile, The way their smile changes the shape of their eyes. Allow yourself to breathe in that essence. Give yourself a moment to enjoy remembering a time when you were not in body. The time you spend in this life is a blink of an eye for a soul. The pain you feel is the struggle of that energy connecting the density of flesh. You are not separate. You never have been. Open your hands and allow yourself to feel their hands holding yours. How capable do you feel in their presence? Capability stays with you. And now that you've remembered it, keep it with you. Take one more deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Allow yourself to come back to center. Rejoin me in this space that we share. How do you guys feel? What are your emotions? What did you experience? Joy is my twin flame. She's smiling. You're okay, burrito. You're okay. Yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero. Soy capitán. Soy capitán. Soy capitán. Para bailar la bamba. She's so smiling. Para bailar la bamba se necesita y arriba y arriba. Ba ba bamba. Ba 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 ba. Oh my gosh. All right. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Let's see how they felt. You want to be my twin flame, Joy? She's so satisfied. Yeah. Okay, let me look at what you guys wrote. Okay. Ba ba bum ba. Bum ba da ba da ba bum ba. Yo soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero. Soy capitán. Soy capitán. Soy capitán. Ba ba bum ba. Oh, I love this. Some of you guys were able to see. Oh, I love it. I love it. She's going to sleep. Anywho. Okay, so clearance. Clearing away the things that need to be cleared away from your space because I'm sorry. Para bailar la pampa. Para bailar la pampa. Se necesita y arriba y arriba. She's a Chiweenie, so I assume she has Spanish in her. Oh, go sweep joy. Go sweep joy. All right, she's going back to sleep, guys. um, so here we go. Risk. Someone's taking a risk. They're just taking that leap of faith, right? Like really, really taking that leap of faith. Excuse me. Is it you? Is it someone outside of you? Who is this? Who's taking the risk? Who's taking the risk? I'm not sure. And it doesn't seem like an unnecessary risk. It doesn't seem like a risk that is going to end badly for you. It seems like something that you are allowing yourself to free fall into. And that's not a bad thing, right? When you live your life just far too careful, far too calculated, far too meticulously planned, you miss out on a lot of the beauty of what life actually has to offer you. Right. So you have to make sure that you allow yourself, like really, really allow yourself to experience a nuanced experience that is not hyper controlled by you, like overly controlled. So the this fragmentation that occurred, I'm assuming this is another um kind of like another reference to that twin type of situation. The fragmentation is going to be corrected. There's not going to be a need for, I guess, I don't know, for being at odds with something or maybe someone. There's not going to be a need for that anymore. And so that's going to be allowed to be corrected. How is it going to be corrected? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. The moon. So there are details that are being hidden from you, probably because you might fight it if you know. Are you like me? I would probably fight it just because it's like, eh. But I mean, do we need to fight it? Probably not. Um, there are certain things that are kind of slated to happen for most of us during the next couple months, I'd say, simply because it's time to reach the next level of your learning, the next level of that connectivity, right? So, just kind of flow with whatever it is you need to flow with. Everything is going to be fine. Everything is just going to be fine. Okay. Strength for some of us, especially those of us who fight the process. What? I'm just saying, like, I'm not in denial, you know? For those of us who fight the process, you're going to be drained of energy to kind of prevent you from fighting the process. So, oh, is that what it is? Yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán. Okay, so I'm being given a pretty intense message. This is not going to apply to everyone. It's just not. It's not meant to apply to everyone. But it's this message of, for those who are needing to be in compliance with what their soul is asking them to experience, some of the ways in which your soul will gain your compliance is by allowing you to be inundated with the attention of demon horitas, right? Demon horrors. So that way you are so preoccupied and drained that you can't actually actively fight the process. So I'm saying I'm not even willing to fight anymore. I'm just not. I'm not willing to fight things. Um, but that's definitely something you need to be aware of, because if you are just naturally rebellious and you like to, kind of exert control over yourself and your life consistently, you might not be able to do that over the next couple of weeks, maybe months, depending on um, how tenacious you are when you fight yourself. That's what's going to determine how much BS you're going to have to deal with in order to drain that excess energy. Think of it in terms of um, a dog that has not been properly socialized is experiencing um, fear-based aggression, right? And if it's a larger dog, like, that's an issue. Even small dogs, it's an issue. But if it's a larger dog, that's an even bigger issue, because their bite, their tantrum can do way more damage than a smaller dog. Both are issues. Don't get me wrong. Both are issues. Um, Not you though. You're not an issue. You're not. You're not an issue. Miss Joy put her head up like, what? I'm an issue? Oh, you're not an issue. You're just a little baby. She's just a baby. Um, so you have this larger dog that has fear-based aggression, and it's going to begin obedience school. And so one of the things that you probably should do if you have a dog like this is to run them, like, get on a bicycle and run them. Um, when our old girl was like super young, because she was a bully pit, right? A bully. It's like a bull something. Anyways, a very athletic breed. And what my husband would do is he would get on his bicycle and he would run her like for a mile. She would love it. She would love it. And all of that extra energy is just used up in a healthy way. And so even if she did have some fear of something, she's just like, listen, I'm tired. I'm in a nap. When she was a puppy, that's what we used to do. And she would just be super compliant to the degree where you put a raw piece of steak in front of her, you tell her leave it, you tell her don't touch it, she won't even look at it. You can leave the room and she won't touch it. She will sit there drooling on herself and shaking because she's like, oh, I want it, but she won't touch it. So that's the thing. That's what your soul is trying to get you to, that point where you don't have enough fight left in you. And so it's going to be easier for you to fall into alignment, to return back to this space of alignment with what your higher self is trying to accomplish for you and with you. Okay. So if you have some stamina when it comes to rebelliousness and fight, because your girl got stamina. I got stamina. um, yeah, it takes sometimes a lot for me to finally have that breakdown, to break through and break open, right? Because that's kind of the process that you're in right now. If you can't manage to allow yourself to release enough of that fear, or to at least find enough courage to override the crippling fear, then you're going to probably be forced to endure a breakdown to break through in order to break open. If you can find enough courage to override the fear and continue to flow with what yourself and your soul is trying to kind of, get you through this process, I don't think it's going to be as bad. I don't think it's going to be as bad at all. Like, this period that I'm in right now, I currently have, I think it's like two or three people who are just actively threatening my life. These threats of like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's kind of just like, okay, okay, now what? Now what? Now what? And then what? Nothing. And then what? Nothing. So what am I supposed to do? Just acknowledge it for what it is and make sure I save everything. So when it's time to take further legal action, then I have everything I need. And that's that. Do I need to do anything outside of what I need to do? No, no. That's yeah, no, really. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. That's why it's difficult for me to release, more public information about, events, in-person events and things like that. Yeah. So, you haven't actually made it or made some type of difference in the world if you don't have that. That's what they say. That's what I heard. If you don't have stalkers threatening your life, then you haven't actually made enough of it. I'm trying to make it into a joke. It's actually not funny. But to me, it's this thing of like everything's gonna play out and however it's gonna play out. I can handle myself in any situation. And no, I'm not trying to think I'm badass. Um, I'm reminding myself what I've been through, what I've survived through life, through childhood, young adulthood, full on adulthood, up until this point. I'm reminding myself of how much I can handle. And this is no different. I handle everything life sends my way, and I fucking dominate it at the end of it. When I've had enough, I will dominate that shit and put it back in its rightful fucking place. So that's my process. And that's kind of it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's an opportunity for me to choose myself and my peace, to not allow the attempts of others to derail the progress that I've made within myself. I am safe in my life. That is a statement. I'm not trying to convince myself. That is a statement. It is a declaration of fact. I am safe in my life. I have acquired the skills that are necessary to protect myself in any fucking situation that's brought to me. In public, at home, I don't give a fuck. I have developed, cultivated the skills that are necessary. It's all good. Knowing this about me, and no, it's not a flex, it's a reality. It is a reality. Like um, last night I heard something. It sounded like a door slam shut, right? And I was like, did I imagine that? Because I was sleeping and I heard shh. And I was like, and as soon as I opened my eyes, I heard a door slam shut. And I knew everyone was asleep already. And I was like, did I imagine that? And Miss Joy Joy sleeps with me. And she immediately began growling. So I immediately woke up my beefcake of a husband. And I was like, I think someone's opened a door and slammed it. He immediately got up. And when he immediately got up, I immediately went and got my sidearm. All my children are on a specific level of the house. I will not go down there with him. What I will do is wait at the top of the stairs. And if you are not my husband, I'm going to defend my castle. Remember, I'm accurate up to 100 yards. I can cloverleaf up to 100 yards. And I can still hit solid mass beyond 100 yards. Pretty sure I can peg you at the bottom of the stairs. Do I need to be afraid? No. Do I need to be aware? Absolutely. And when things trigger me and my sense of survival, do I tell myself, no, I just imagined it? Nope. Nope. Miss Joy Joy sleeps with me for a reason. I'm the most sensitive sleeper for a reason. I will wake up to any sound that does not sound right in the home, regardless of how short of a time we've been there. I know the sounds my family makes. Is it me being paranoid? No. Like I said, I'm not afraid. No one is touching my family, though, because I've developed the skills to ensure that I can stand my ground in any situation. In any situation. That's not a flex, that's a reality. Cultivate yourself and your skills to the degree that you can have that level of confidence that whatever happens, you can and you will stand your ground, whether it's verbally, mentally, however it plays out. Stand your ground. Stay composed. I've never had a confrontation in person where I did not remain composed. Mhm. I understand myself in the way that I work. I will not waste my energy playing games with other people. You want me to scream and yell, I'm going to get real quiet and real calm. You want me and expect me to not react? Honey, you're going to see a honey badger come out of me. You picked the right one on the right day. And don't get it twisted. I can read people really well. I don't need your permission to read you. I don't. I don't. The thing about a Piscean with a Capricorn moon, you never want to go to war against that one. You never do. Because there's something just very tactical about that. That's not a combo you want to play with. To be able to be meticulous in your tactical ways while also using elevations and intuition. I probably know what you're going to do before you even decide. Yeah, I respect people's space and time. I don't scan people without their permission. I usually try my best to blind myself and make myself deaf to what other people are thinking and saying to themselves. I usually try to do that the hardest possible. But if you're presenting yourself as a credible threat to me and my safety, yeah, the niceness goes away. The niceness goes away. I don't need your permission to scan you. This is about allowing your gifts to be cultivated to the degree that they can exist in the way they were designed to, as a way to shield you, to protect you from the malignancy of others. This is the very reason why even organized religion has programmed us to believe that we must reject the ways in which we were created by God itself. It's been a very long time since someone's come on here and been like, oh, repent, you're doing the devil's work. Oh, you're this and that, right? Quoting scripture and stuff. Don't get it twisted. I actually believe in God. Who the hell do you think made me? I'm saying, you criticize me and my gifts that were given to me by God. Then you're criticizing the very God that you claim to be omnipotent, omnipresent, and omnipowerful. You're saying a human is more powerful than God, the divine will of God? You're crazy. That's nutty. That's nutty. You were created to be as you are, so be that. Allow your gifts to take care of you. I'm not talking about using your gifts to screw other people over. I'm saying using your gifts to ensure that every single angle someone could possibly take to breach your space, take advantage of your niceness, to utilize your earlier life traumas to manipulate you, control you. Let your gifts not allow that to happen. Your gifts are for you, not for other people. And in the beauty of God's omnipotence, omni-intelligence, God figured you would share that gift. It's for you. with a knowing that you have the capacity, the willingness, and the desire to share, right? So, really allowing yourself to step into your personal power, your space of existence, where you are letting yourself be the divine thing that you were created to be. So, here, look, High Priestess of Air in reverse. You're refusing to breathe in your truth, your divine truth. So, when you inhale, that's a precursor for communication. Whether it's divine communication or verbal communication is irrelevant. It's a precursor for communication. Now, you can inhale the light of your truth. Excuse me. You can inhale the light of your truth and use that charged inhale to empower you to communicate with grace and confidence. Or you can inhale the lies and have it clog up in your throat and use it to communicate in an angry way, in uh, a very destabilized manner, or use that air to cause you to choke on your own words so that your words can't even come out. What are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? Because you need to make an active decision. You have to choose. I choose to inhale the light of my truth so that I can communicate. And in that communication, I'm releasing whatever it is that's going to create some type of stagnation in my chest, in my capacity to love and remain in a state of grace, right? So you're also being programmed and encouraged to refuse to see, to refuse to accept your gift of vision. We can see how things are going to play out. We can. We can see how things are going to play out. We just choose to believe that we're imagining things or we can't possibly be right. I'm pretty sure you're accurate. I'm pretty sure you're accurate, because really, if you're drawn to me to that degree, that means there's some type of resonance. And if there's some type of resonance, that means there's probably some degree of reciprocal reflection. And, I can see, I can sense. You probably can too. You just are struggling to believe you are as special as you actually are. So, someone had commented on one of my posts. It was about like how special you are, right? And empathy and whatever it was. Oh, the five signs that you're probably an empath. And someone was like, "You're special. I'm special. Everyone is special. So that means nobody is special." And sometimes we just post things for the clicks, and you got my click, which I got it. It was kind of like, a little bit snarky, but also sarcastic. I don't think they were being malicious in what they wrote. But that's the thing, this concept of, well, if I'm special and you're special, then everyone's special, and that means no one's special. No, ding dong. No. We are special in different ways. You could be special in your elevation of understanding legalities, whereas I'm special in my understanding of celestial technicalities. Those are two different things, but each one makes us special in a different way. Just because everyone's special doesn't mean we're special in the same way, therefore negating our specialness. Besides, I don't even need to be special. Please. I'm fabulous. I'm joking. Sometimes I like to say that kind of stuff to myself. I like to be my own hype person just to kind of, have something to laugh about for the day. I'm so serious. All right. So, forbidden. You're entering into a space that's been long forbidden. And it's a space that is forbidden because of the fact that it allows you to fully tap into your actual power. Hmm. Hmm. And in that, they're forbidding you from loving yourself as you are with the gifts that you've been given. You know, based on my religious upbringing, which I have no problem with the religion, Actually, I do. The problem I have with religion is that it doesn't give people the space to really embrace their individuality. That's my problem with it. But if you are religious and, it helps you connect with your divinity, by all means, keep being religious. Don't let people boss you around and tell you what you can and cannot believe and and what your spiritual practice should be. Okay? I'm very big on that you should be the one to decide what your spiritual practice and beliefs are. No one else. Don't let people bully you into thinking that you're something less than because you go to church or you pray or you read the Bible. Like, fuck those people for real. Don't let anyone convince you that you are less than what you actually are. Believe what you believe as long as it connects you to your divinity and continues to grow and cultivate your grace and compassion for self and others. You're a good person. Don't listen to other people who are full of shit. I'm serious. I'm serious. Don't listen to them. You are a good person. The non good people don't get hurt by that type of communication from others, right? They don't get hurt by that. The people who get hurt by that are the people who are good people but can't accept that they are a good person because they've been programmed to believe they're not. You are a good person, okay? So, they don't want you to be successful in your attempts at self-love, right? And those two things, the embrace of self, the embrace of your journey, um, if you are successful at cultivating that, you know, you will enter into a space of high priestess of spirit. High priestess of spirit. You have the capacity to be whatever it is you set your mind to be. And if what you're setting your mind to be is this belief that someone else has the authority to dictate to you who you are, then that's what you will be, what they tell you to be. Um, this. When will they stop talking shit? When you no longer need the fertilizer to grow your garden. That's when. When you no longer need the fertilizer to grow your garden. Let them serve the purpose they were created to serve. They are created as the manure that can then, once properly processed, serve as the fertilizer to grow your crops. Yeah, let them talk their shit. Thank you for the new delivery of manure. I will go ahead and sit that on the sidelines. Let the light of my truth bake out all of the harmful pathogens. And then I will spread it across my garden. And maybe, just maybe, I may share my fruits with you when it's time for harvest. Um, and I might choose to deliver those fruits by throwing them at you. But, that's up to me. I'm just saying, that's up to me. And that's how you transmute all the bullshit for real. Like, we have to begin really understanding people's issue with us is not their issue with us, it's their issue with what we represent. And oftentimes, I've found that when someone has an issue with me, it's because I represent what they failed to accomplish for themselves. And that ain't my problem. That ain't my problem. It's not. I used to think that was my problem, that I had to quiet myself down more. I had to shrink myself, not shine as bright. I had to be more quiet in my acceptance of the poor treatment. Fuck those bitches. I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said. What now? I'm not taking it back and I'm not apologizing for it. Mhm. I don't need to be nice to people who lack the capacity and the willingness to consider their negative effects on me. I don't need to be nice, but I don't need to stay there either to continue to be nasty. No. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. No. I'm not made for ugly. Michael goes, "What? It's the truth. I am not made to be in ugly situations. I am made to exit, sachet shante out of these ugly situations." Right, Joy? She's she's yawning. She's sick of this shit too. Miss Joy. She's in full donut mode. We sick of this shit. We not sick of this shit, huh, Joy? We not sick of your shit. You're a good girl. You're a baby. You're just a little baby, Joy. Oh my god, this girl. Oh no. Oh, poor Joy. Oh no. She gets satisfaction, and you like say, "Oh no." Right? She's not old. Stop it. She's a baby, Joy. All right. Let's keep it moving. We got to keep it moving. We got to keep it separated. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay. Here goes. Worlds within worlds, right? So the world within that world is going to be projected. It's going to begin existing outside of you. So this has to do with the live stream I did yesterday and the mirrored souls, right? I was talking about reciprocal reflect. And this has to do with that work that's needing to be done globally. Once that can be done globally, because the pieces are being aligned and properly fit together to allow for connectivity to occur, communication to occur, there will be attempts to celebrate that. But I mean, we're not here to celebrate that. We're here to allow for this to occur. So that way, the world within your world can be projected and become our world, right? This requires a stepping out of the shadow self. And what that means is, because much of your gifts are hidden within your shadow aspects. And when you allow yourself to exit out of that, you can pick up your gifts that you've discovered while you were doing that shadow work and bring it with you into the light. Just because it was hidden in the shadows does not mean it must remain in the shadows. It doesn't mean that at all. She's just sick of this shit. Are you sick of humans? What about aliens? Are you sick of aliens? Are you sick of she just doesn't care. The program of awakening is controlled opposition. Be careful of what the woke people are talking about and what you're participating in when it comes to what they talk about, right? You got to be very, very careful of that. Don't allow yourself to get sucked into that fallen matrix program. So, for many of us, we haven't been walking our truth. We need to begin choosing to walk our truth. If you don't walk your truth, see, you made Joy deep breathe. You just made her breathe, right? You have to have gratitude for the time that you're going to spend out of the program. I think that means for quite a few of us, we are going to be experiencing some type of solitude for a period, right? right? Like solitude. You like solitude. I love you, Miss Joy. She's just Joy. Don't be that way, Joy. She's just thinking about life. She's just thinking about life. There's so many sigils popping up. So many sigils. So many sigils. Okay, so this is kind of like a collective reading as well, like an energy update, as well as what it is right now, right? I got to put you back down. This is getting intense. This is getting intense. So we got to leave you a burrito in the lap. So, okay. These two cards. Oh, yeah, Pisces, Gemini vibes. That's because her parents are a Pisces and a Gemini. Okay. So, galactic assistance and Arcturian activation. What this is telling me is that we are needing to allow ourselves to receive the type of support that we are needing from our galactic brethren. Now, again, I must digress. Not all galactic are benevolent. There are quite a few that are malevolent. Benevolent is the good kind. Malevolent is the bad kind. You have to be careful about what you call into your space. Okay. You're going to come across the woke group that's going to tell you to call in, to invoke, to summon all of these galactic things. You know, for everything, there's a fallen version and an intact one. We think like, oh no, demons are the only evil things. You know, I would say about 97% of the demonics um, come from the Melchizedek family tree. Are you aware? Only 2 branches are left of Michael's family tree that have remained intact. All other branches are the branches that compose the fallen lines. Those are the fallen angelics. We were hybridized using the fallen Melchizedek code. That's part of our hybridization. Did you know that there are seraphim who also fell? Shaitan was once a seraph. Yeah. So there is a positive and a negative for everything, right? So we got to just make sure that what we are choosing to work with, if we so choose to work with things, is of the benevolent kind, okay? The kind that simply wants to assist. Now, the Aquafarians are being allowed to kind of reconnect with the planetary grid. They were once the host of the ascension programs being run through this solar matrix, and they kind of backed away because of all the galactic politics, I guess you could say. They're being allowed, or they're choosing to reconnect with a planetary grid because of all the new children that have been born and the new solar consciousness that's been called forward. So with that, that's a really good type of galactic assistance. It's going to cause a shakeup in your life because that type of agitation, you're going to be very agitated over the next few weeks, because that type of agitation is a thing that will create enough movement to redisperse all of the things that have settled, you know, because there's a lot of toxicity that's settled, kind of like think of silt, right? It's settled to the bottom and it's just there. It's a thick layer. But if you agitate it and then you allow a filter to run through it, the filter can catch the silt. It can filter out the silt and leave the hydroplasma, the liquid. Aquafarians, here, I'll write it in the comments so you guys can look up the word later. Mm-hmm. So build-up sigil. This is a buildup that's occurring, and obviously, whoever is in a position of authority and control is not willing to give that up. So they're trying to tear down this whole process. Whatever this process is, it's something that's needing to be allowed to flow. That flow is, they're trying to block that flow by using dark interference. Is not going to work because there's enough of that new solar logos filtering through that their current attempts are just, they're not going to be successful. We're still going to see it play out in society and through current events and whatnot, but that solar logos is the very thing that's supercharging the planet. The planetary crust, the tectonic plates, they're responding to this new solar consciousness, this logos. And what's ending up happening is that the life blood that flows through the tectonic plates, beneath the tectonic plates, as well as above the internal environment of Earth, that's being supercharged. And because of the supercharging of that through the secondary solar logos, what's happening is that it's causing the ring of fire to wake up. We have Mauna Loa, which has been dormant for like 40 years or something like that. And then another volcano in El Salvador has gone like very gassy and active. There's a lot of activity that's occurring. These are not necessarily things that we have to be actively deathly afraid of, right? These are things that, if you live in the area, obviously you have to prepare in case you have to evac. But, it's just signs and symptoms of the changes that are occurring. Like, people in spiritual circles will be like, no, period. We are transitioning from Aquarius, from the age of Pisces to Aquarius. Information is just coming out. We're bringing a new Earth. How do you think that's going to happen? Are we just going to do a lottery and whoever wins can then be shuttled to the new Earth? Is that what you mean? Because nothing about that makes sense. There's a process that has to occur. And what we have to remember is this is simply symptoms of the process that we're in. They're not signs of an apocalypse. And really, the true definition of apocalypse, its archaic definition, has to do with a revelation, the revealing of information, right? The uncovering of esoterica. So, unfortunately, nothing's ending except the system. And that bitch gonna fight. She gonna bite her fake nails off and fight you for that seat. I saw a video about when a girl bites her acrylic nails off as she preps to fight you, like, you better run. Bro, what kind of teeth you got? Biting acrylic nails off? What in tarnation? You must have really good dental insurance. Who does that? Do you guys do that? Right. Doesn't that hurt? I'm saying. I was like, what? Like, what? Bitches, that's why I keep my nails short. I don't have to bite shit. I'm battle ready. Anytime, boo. Anytime. Anytime. I'm joking. I don't fight people. I will defend myself if you force me to. But yeah, like what? All right, hidden moon. You know, again, information being hidden, a lot of these different things to interfere with your gnosis, the process of entering into a space of knowing, right? So they want you to remain in a space of duality. When you enter into a space of totality, you then go from duality to totality, and you just know that everything will be fine. Because everything really is going to be fine. Final card, and then I got to go. Oh. All right. Marlene says, good morning. Good morning. She's asking if she may pick the card. All right. So. All right. She says 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This card, the one behind it. Okay. Okay. So Marlene picked the card today. Oh my gosh. All right. Here we go. Oh. All right, card number 25. 2 is the number of guidance, towards 5 the number of change. When you allow yourself to be guided towards change, you then enter into a space of completion, which is 2 + 5, 7. Yes. 1052. 100% at 1052. So 10 is the realization that you will be taking a journey. 5 is the number of change. 2 is the number of guidance. That would be you're being aware of the changes that you're guided to take in order to begin your journey. But first, you need to go into a space of totality, which is a 17, which becomes 8. It's a point of merger. So card number 25. Beyond the threshold of fear. Enter the lion's jungle. Don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle. Everything is compassion and love. It is your fear holding you back like a bar behind the door. How I celebrate for you after so long away from home. You are finally returning. Beyond the threshold of fear, you dispense with your doubts, hesitations, cautions, and tentativeness. They are old friends with whom you no longer have anything in common. Goodbye, old friends. I wish you well, you say, while turning your face to the burgeoning light of new and yet ancient world. You are visiting as though for the first time, and yet somehow also remember deep in your sacred heart. Finally, we can sit together in the charming courtyard at home. We shall tell our tales of adventure and laugh, and we'll dance and sing. Eventually, day shall pass into night, and we'll gaze beneath our feet, our mouths gaping open in awe and minds utterly blank, rendered dumb in sweet submission to beauty as we watch the world spinning on her axis. After so long, you are changing your relationship to fear. No more shall it hold you in its thrall. You are becoming able to observe it, to witness it, even to have compassion rather than resistance. Instead of unconsciously sabotaging your growth and choosing to slumber in darkness, you awaken and delight in the light and sound of your divine being. Push and pull, 1 step forward and a half step back. So it has been for so long, and you have endured. Yes, you are winning the race, brave one, and fear is left to fizzle out. It was always a far less beautiful firework than your passionate conviction for love anyway. Better to let that dazzling firework come to light instead, much more satisfying. What a spiritual marathon you've been running. Now the end is in sight. You're drinking the sacred waters to replenish you from your journey. The cups are pushed into your hands by encouraging angels as you approach that blessed sash marking the finish line. Your body and soul are on this journey together, and now they are ready for victory. And yes, to rest and recover from the effort. Rest now before a new adventure begins from a completely different state of being. This oracle comes with spiritual guidance for you. You have broken through a barrier, a self imposed barrier of fear, whether it seemed to originate from within your consciousness or from an external set of circumstances that held you back from taking the steps you are now taking or just about to take. These steps may feel strange, new, uncertain, and exciting. Your mind might not have received the memo that fear based existence is no longer in operation for you. It may need a loving, tender, reassuring, and firm update that the relationship you have with fear is now rather different. You are the witness, not the victim. Your consciousness is strong enough to hold it in compassion. You don't collapse under its weight. In fact, it's becoming less and less substantial for you. When it's there, it seems less convincing than it once appeared to be. Compelling still at times, perhaps, but not anywhere near as powerful as it once was. That power has been claimed by your heart instead. So give your mind the memo, get used to the new way, and take steps. Test your legs. You'll find them powerful and ready. Get set to fly. Test your wings. Trust is one, daring is the other. You'll find them enthusiastic for flight and ready to learn to ride the currents, purpose built for soaring to great heights. Trust your vision. Without the murky filter of fear, it's sharp and clear. You can see what is meant for you, what is true for you, what is beckoning you forward now. Take the running leap. There is no darkness and light for you anymore. Just life, living, free and clear. I'll be running and flying beside you. We'll soar and dive and rise together. Let's play. I love that. I love that. I love that a lot. This witnessing of your process and knowing the process is the very thing that will help remind you how to use the gifts that you have had your entire life. Knowing that the things that are meant for you are returning back to you, whether it is your access to your gifts, your vision, your knowing, whatever it is, a connection, an opportunity, work opportunity, personal opportunity. I don't know, but beautiful things are being set up. And if you allow yourself to go through the process to be made worthy and capable of intentionally harnessing with accuracy and efficiency the gifts that you've been given, I mean, gosh, really nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. What would stop you? You've tempered your fear with grace, courage, and trust in soul. Really, fear is the only thing that was stopping you. So, what would stop you from achieving things now? Nothing. Nothing would stop you. You would be able to do what you need to do and live in the way you need to live and learn and grow and expand in your awareness and create beautiful circumstance and have a very stress-free type of life. I'm saying, you know, you would enter into a joy space. You would enter into a joy space. Her face. Tell them bye, Joy. Joy. Tell them bye. Joy. She doesn't care. Joy. She's barely even willing to open her eyes. Say something. She's not going to say anything. She's not going to do it. All right, Joy. Cuddle time is done. How did we do? How did we do? We behaved ourselves. We did good. It's time to go. This is her everyday mode. Please. She don't care. Anyways, you guys, I hope that this reading is helping you come to terms with whatever situation you need to come to terms with in your life. And we really hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Stay snuggled up in your pineapples. No, I'm not a swinger. Yes. We're ready to go. Oh, yes. We're ready to go. We hope you guys have an amazing day. Oh. We gotta go, guys. We love you. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Ooh, I already posted. I'm sorry. I totally forgot to share this. I am already preparing for the 12/12 portal. Excuse me. If you would like to purchase an expedited request, for that portal date, you can definitely do so. It's in the comments right there. I'll go ahead and show it on the screen. Oops. Oopsie. Here we go. To purchase an expedited request, please visit emmyevolving.com/shop/1212 portal. She just lets me do whatever. It is what it is. She lets me do whatever. She does. I love you. I love you. Have a beautiful day, guys. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye, everyone.